All right, thank you everyone for joining me today. We're live both on Facebook and YouTube today. Today we're moving our way along the business modules. We're moving into the cash earning quadrant. We're working into this new module. Today we're going to talk about learning to yearn to earn. I know a lot of people talk about wanting to make more money. I know a lot of people say they want great things, but I want to talk about how to make yourself more motivated and how to stay more focused and how to learn to be excited about earning versus just excited about the byproduct. I'm your host, Shawn Patrick Moloney. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the broker owner over here at Momentum Realty, as well as the owner of Thoth Company, a business consulting company, as well as podcast host. My socials are right there, but I'll also share them towards the end for you. So, simply put, education equals more money. One of the biggest misconceptions of the world is people think that once I start earning a lot, I don't need to educate myself anymore because I'm already successful, or that once I find success, that it'll just perpetuate itself. This is a falsehood. It's a fake belief. It's believed by the same people that work 40 hours a week selling their time in individual units, that they think more time equals more money, more education equals more money, period, end of story. If there's one thing we could do in the world to end world wars and violence and everything, it would be to heavily educate everybody, because they would realize how little sense it all makes and how much more money in the world would be around if we didn't spend it all on such silly things. But education equals more money. That's why, funding schools and growing is great. And that's why private education is piss poor, because they're charging everyone huge, astronomically big numbers to go to school because they know that they hold everybody hostage. But the nice part is we have freedom now. We have YouTube. We have all these different great channels to learn more for free. So get out there and take advantage of that free education we have now, because remember, the more you know, the more you're going to earn. Next up, learning to desire success, right? So you have to start your day with a bunch of different thought processes with different times a day: morning, daytime, nighttime, and sleep time. Unfortunately, sleep time, when your life isn't going very well, oftentimes interrupts nighttime and morning time. What do I mean? Well, it's easy to lay in bed when your life sucks, right? It's easy to say, I'll get up a little later because I got nothing going on. But knowing that we all have those same 24 hours, and again, if we just back up one slide, right, and we know, that was forward slide, back a slide, education equals more money, not time, right? So this whole time constraint that most people put themselves in is because they're missing out. So morning time, morning routines, what should you be doing? You should be doing your positive affirmations. You should be thinking about your day. You should be taking in some good food and nourishment, right? You should be making sure to say you're thankful for things to different people, right? You should go through your things that you're thankful for. You should not wake up the day, look out the window, go, crap, it's raining. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Oh, this is such a terrible day. Oh, I'm late. Get up earlier. Get excited about your day. You own it. You only have so many of them. Believe it or not, I mean, coronavirus has literally knocked people on their butt for a year. You do not have unlimited time, right? We only have so much of it. So getting up early, starting your day right, because remember, if you're up early and you start your day right, the daytime, when you go to your job, when you have your time off and you're going to go hiking, it's one thing to show up at noontime, 1 o'clock to something and feel groggy. It's another thing to be out there 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and already have gotten a lot done, whether it be your workout, eating, doing your positive affirmations, doing your follow-up, whatever it is, but making sure to maximize that whole entire day. Daytime, a lot of people have a lot of bad daytime habits, right? A lot of things like social media scanning. They continue to do small menial tasks to hide from larger tasks. Watching your time is going to be a huge thing to learning to desire success, right? Because if you get up in the morning with a positive mindset, you get up, you do your affirmations, and then you go out there and you kick butt in the day, this is going to make you continue to desire that same success. So by getting up early and stop thinking about what's good in the day, it's already the fundamentals. Nighttime, daytime, morning time, it's up to you when you like to study, but you should be doing it in incremental values, right? So imagine this. If you said to me, like, okay, 15 minutes 3 times a day, right? That's only 45 minutes worth of study time. Imagine the things you could do with it. Because remember, say you only understood how to do something one way and you find out about another and it saves you, say, 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day across your whole entire lifetime is actually a lot of found time. So we want to learn to find time, because that when we find time, it's going to make us feel a feeling of success, which is going to make us want to learn to desire even more of it, which is going to cycle us into a habit of looking for time sucks, looking for the places that our time is going. And one of the biggest time sucks we have is sleep. What do I mean by it? Not saying you can skip sleep, folks. You need sleep. Of course you need sleep, but you need quality sleep. And a quality sleep comes from the idea of going to bed at an appropriate time in an appropriate fashion. Being on your cell phone with blue light and playing in your bed until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, then waking up slow and lethargic in the morning is not a great life. Taking in a great book or a great piece of information right before you go to sleep and then having the night to sleep on it, that's going to grow you as a person. Now, a lot of people might be out there going, well, I don't really like this stuff. Well, if you don't, just go get a job for somebody else, because entrepreneurs know that I take and I read a book, I learn these habits, then I am able to implement them into my people. So I'm able to take all these things that I have and put them into my sales force, which continues to grow me. So what does it mean to yearn to earn? I want to break that down, because so many people yearn for the after effect of the earning, right? They think, I want a lot of money, so I need to make a lot of money. They don't think, how am I going to get there and what successes will I do on the way? So it's learning to be passionate or yearning, right? Passionate about your job, not about the byproduct of your job. The byproduct of your job is the successes it brings, is the money it brings. But we're not supposed to be focused on that. When we're focused, say if this guy in this picture, if he looked up and he said, I need to make it to the top of that mountain, isn't there a lot of steps between here and there to get to the top of that mountain? It may be his overall goal, but he better pay attention to where his feet are, because if he just stares at his goal and walks forward, he's going to fall off a cliff. So he's not able to just walk to that goal by looking at the top, right? He has to look at each and every step and means along the way. But that's the whole purpose, right? Because at the end of the day, when he gets to the top, what did he accomplish? He accomplished a great hike and everything. So he's yearning to make it to the top because he's enjoying the hike. You have to enjoy your business. You cannot be in there thinking, okay, I like it because I make a lot of money. It will not do me any good. So how does investing time now save me later, right? We talked about that a little bit. So say you watch, let's look, for instance, say, okay, my computer system here at Movementum, we have the ability of something called automation, which is when the computer tells the computer to do something because it's a known thing. So automatically when you get your deal accepted, so you get an offer accepted on a house you're purchasing with a client, it automatically sends the client the state mandated form that says you need to know your rights to a home inspection. This document is automatically emailed out the moment they click the button. During the time of setting up that email, it required Brian from my IT department to write the little bit of automation. It required me to create a pre-formulated email, and it probably took us an hour or two at a time. Now, we've sold hundreds of houses since then, and every single one of them has fired off an email to the clients on time at the exact time. So that's investing time now to save time later. So building systems and processes in business of how you do things is going to save you time later. A lot of people will walk into a McDonald's or a Subway or things, and they'll laugh about the little charts and graphs and all the different things they have about how to make a sandwich and 3 slices of cheese and 2 pieces of bread and so on and so forth. They're like, this is just overkill. It's not actually. It's how they're able to replicate and duplicate their time-saving and money-saving system and process that they've developed over the years. So investing your time into developing systems and processes, as well as investing your time into learning to create those systems and processes. So yearning to earn, right? So we want to earn, so we want to learn, because we need to learn to be able to have those processes to save us the time, which is an investment in our own self to have that ability to have more time in our day. We only have 24 hours. So what do? We look to save the time that we currently have. So what should you work on learning? Well, this is a very open and broad type of thing, because it would depend on your industry in some fashions. Obviously, one of the most important things to know is your industry, inside, outside, upside down. You should be an absolute expert about your industry. If you're not, There's a competitor that will be, and they will beat you. You will realize in time, not everyone needs you to be the smartest, the best, or whatever. Marketing is a huge part of getting business, but knowing that the more you know, the easier the process goes. So you should be learning definitely your business, but things that a business owner should be learning: marketing, accounting, business, management. You need to be good in all those categories and more, right? Because in accounting, right, we need to make sure there's paychecks for people next week. We need to make sure we can afford the orders. We need to make sure we're going to have inventory. We need to make sure all that. Marketing, we need to make sure there's inbound clients, right? Whether it be me as a real estate brokerage trying to hire more agents and trying to get people to buy and sell homes with us, or a person who's down selling ice cream, no matter what. These are all part of the process, right? Other things we really need to work on, one of the biggest ones is computers. If you do not feel well versed on the computer, social media platforms, things like that, you will risk gapping yourself. You're already being gapped in the idea of that things are changing rapidly, but the rapid change is accelerating. It's not slowing down, it's accelerating. So if today's already a challenge, tomorrow is going to be a bigger challenge. The good news is there is so many free resources to help you with this that you have really no reason to not do it, whether it be typing it into YouTube, Vimeo, or any other video player, or going and taking a free college course locally over at the ARC Center, or any of the other different things we have available to us. To say that you don't have the ability or capability to learn because you can't afford to go to the big seminar is just blind. Tony Robbins and anybody else that charges thousands to go to their seminars has so much free stuff online. You really don't even need the seminar anymore because of the fact that they've given it all away. So get out there, make sure you're learning. When will you start earning? So that's an important question, right? I can learn to yearn to earn, and I can sit here and want to earn, but how long is it going to take me to start earning? Well, this is another question that has to do with sales cycles, that has to do with things, because obviously, say, for instance, my business here, if you were to get a client today, your pay cycle is somewhere between 15 at the minimum, all the way out to say 60 to 90 days for you to get paid. So start earning. The sooner you start learning, the sooner you'll start earning, right? Because if I'm over here and say working in real estate, I take a call in, I answer the call, go out with the client. They say to me, hey, this situation, this is my loan. Then the that loan doesn't work. The undereducated agent might say, oh, sorry, we'll have to wait till you can get the loan, versus the educated agent says, hey, you qualify for that one. Did you think about this other type of financing? We have more options because we've learned these things. So the sooner you start learning, the sooner you start earning, because you'll start paying attention to what matters. And one of the things about learning to yearn to earn is not only are you going to earn more money, but you're actually going to keep more of that money in-house, because you're going to start paying attention to your system and processes, and you're going to start saving yourself time through education. And time is money as far as when you're paying employees, but time is also money in the idea of the more of it that you set free, the more you can create while you're free. So that's all for today's module. Next week, we're going to be talking about autodidactism. For those of you unfamiliar with that subject, that's a fun one. That's just talking about the idea of self-learning versus being somebody who likes to be in school. 40-hour myth will be after that. We'll talk a lot about workers and how they are, kind of force-fed or believe in 40 hours of their week should get them free, and why that's not true, and how us as entrepreneurs, that's why you're watching this video today, how we succeed in life. And then self-reliance while delegating, it's about really working as a manager, keeping yourself going, but also keeping other people going. You'll notice on April 8th, there's a week off. That's actually because I'm away at a sales training. So we'll be back on the 15th on April. And then after that, we'll be working the new business concepts. So hope this module overall is helping everybody. Hope everybody's getting places in their business. If you need more help, reach out to me over at Thoth Company. Love to help you out. Love to be a personal business coach and consultant with you and really get your business to the next level. You want to buy or sell a house, reach out to us at Movementum. Love to help you there as well. And then if you just want to follow my personal journey, feel free to check out any of my social medias. 2 podcasts. Real Facts on Real Estate, which is built for industry professionals, teach you more about buying, selling, and transferring of real estate and all the different things you can do to build your business up. Home ownership is all about buying, selling, and owning homes for the homeowner. It talks everything from what to shut off and when, the seasonal things like shutting the water off outside, all the way down to how to write an offer and how to get an offer accepted in a challenging marketplace. Do all sorts of different episodes that put out weekly. Both of them are available on every major podcast provider. Last but not least, if any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me direct. Hit me up. Go ahead and message me on any of the platforms, as well as jump on my websites, get all the information. If you're wondering what I'm reading, my books are all in the library in there. You can look in the book recommendations, see lots of cool things about business and everything. My Momentum Realty website, great for searching property. And then Thoth Company, if you want to book anything with me, I'd love to help as a business consultant. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you all have a great week.